those of you that have been around on my channel for at least a month or so now would know that I took a short break from YouTube just to kind of enjoy the last few weeks of summer, but I started school back yesterday and I'm ready to go with YouTube and everything like that again. I'll be back to my posting schedule of posting pretty much every Friday, but I'm really excited for today's video because in today's video we are going to be completely making over my pantry. So I'm kind of taking a whole new outlook on this makeover of my pantry this time, because a lot of times I will focus on the aesthetic when you first open the door and like the after shot in my video, but this time I really want to focus in on really the practicality of it. So I'm going to be talking more about that a bit later. I'm just really excited to share a few tips that I have with you guys in terms of starting the whole process of refreshing or completely making over your pantry. But if you're excited to hear those tips as well as see the before and after and there's just a whole video in a whole, please give this video a big thumbs up as well as hit that red subscribe button with the notification bell so you don't miss out on more upcoming uploads from me every week. So let's get started. So starting out, I needed to purchase a few things for this makeover just to make it truly practical, because I could like tidy up that pantry within like 15-20 minutes and would look fine, but I know it would just become a mess again unless I bought new organizing pieces to really sustain the system. So I ended up going to Marshall's as well as Walmart to pick up a few goodies. I'll show you that footage now, and then afterwards I'll give you a little haul.
Don't you look at me like that, ay. Like you're feeling sorry. Don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that. Like you're feeling sorry, 'cause you're not feeling sorry. Hey, hey. Don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that. Like you're feeling sorry, it's your fault.
So like I said, I did do that shopping yesterday evening so I could start out fresh today and not having to worry about going to any stores, and I would have everything on me already. But first I'll show you the things that I found at Marshall's. So number one, I got these two wicker baskets, and I already have two really large baskets very similar to this already in the pantry, but they're just so large that I found that stuff just gets shoved in them and you can't really find where any food is. So I was thinking with some smaller baskets I could keep it a bit more organized. Next I got this little Lazy Susan, and it spins around like this, and I've always seen these. They're pretty expensive on Amazon, but if you get them at Marshall's, which by the way is one of my top places to get any type of organizing thing, they tend to be way cheaper. And I always like to get fridge organizers like this. This is actually made for a fridge because they tend to be cheaper for some reason. And then the last thing that I got from Marshall's is super random, but with these adorable slippers. They're so cute. And I know I didn't have to show you guys that, but they're just so cute. So go to your local Marshall's if you want some adorable new slippers for fall. But next I'll show you guys the stuff that I got at Walmart. So the one thing I will say not to necessarily go to Marshall's for are these containers. Like, I don't even know what you call these. It's some sort of like sealed container. Sorry, I do not know the name. But I found that these containers at Marshall's tend to be probably like $3 to $5, even sometimes $10 more expensive than the ones that you get at Walmart. By far, get them at Walmart. I think these are like $7.99 or something. They're amazing. Even my dad loves the system of having these because you don't have a million like little bags of chips or cereal boxes or anything. You just kind of put them into this container and you don't have to deal with all that packaging, and it's way easier to get the food that you want. And the final thing that I picked up at Walmart was this white contact paper. I currently have this really pretty patterned one, but I'm trying to go for a bit more of a classy style in our home, and I feel like with so many patterns it can really clutter up the visual space, and I feel like it also makes the pantry look more cluttered than it actually is. So instead I'm going to contact paper it with just simple white contact paper to make it look a bit cleaner. That's all for the haul, so now let's get into it, and I'm going to show you guys what the pantry looks like beforehand. Here's the space that we are starting out with, and like I said earlier, I could totally tidy this within 15 minutes, but I really wanted to focus in this video and this transformation to think less about the aesthetic and way more of the functionality of the space, which brings me to my first tip that I want to be sharing with you guys in today's video, which is probably my favorite one, and that is to really analyze the space before touching it at all. Open up the door to your pantry, or maybe it's a kitchen cabinet or whatever the space may be, and really step back and analyze the space, whether it's with pen and paper or just making a mental note. Really take note of what the problem areas are in the space so that when you are reorganizing, you're really fixing those areas. So hopefully in the future, the space stays a lot more organized and stays functional for you and or your family. But as you guys can see, I'm just taking everything out of the space because I really wanted to give it a thorough cleaning, and then I also needed to change the contact paper, which I showed you guys earlier. But I'm going to, after this, kind of go through and sort everything. First, I'll get a trash bag and find out what things I want to throw away. And then after that, I'm going to kind of organize all the food into different groupings of what categories there are to organize.
It isn't hard to tell what you were thinking, babe. Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over.
Now that I have all of the food decluttered as well as sorted, I can go on to washing all of the new containers that I purchased so that they can start drying while I apply the contact paper to the pantry area.
Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over.
So like I just said a few moments ago, I'm now going to get to contact papering this pantry after taking off the old contact paper. So again, I loved the old contact paper. It was very pretty. I just personally find it a bit too cluttered for my style now, but I was going to peel it all off. Then I was going to really wipe down the shelves so that I could properly apply the new contact paper and it would stick a lot better. And then I'm going to do some vacuuming as well, just overall giving this pantry a good deep clean.
Don't you spare any details, oh baby. As long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting.
So as you guys can tell, I ended up skipping the process of actually showing you guys how I contact paper the space just because it's pretty difficult to get good camera angles in this small area, but you guys know how to apply contact paper. But now I'm going to get all of the food into these new canisters, and then we'll get to putting all the food back into the pantry.
stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all. But look at us now, we could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again, again, again. Strangers again, again, again. We're like strangers again, again, again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Again, I thought we'd never fall. Could have tried much harder. Now all we have are scars. You said we'd get so high, higher up than heaven. You said we'd reach the stars. But look at us now, we could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are.
I would love to hear what you guys think down below in the comments, but overall, I am seriously so happy with it. Up on the top shelf here, I have all of our different cereals, and then I also put the tortilla chips into one of the cereal containers because we just eat tortilla chips all the time, so I want it to be in a larger container. Then we have some pancake mix and then some popcorn that I need to go to the grocery store and refill. And then over here is a bunch of our everyday snacks, but clearly we have way too many pretzels, but that's the whole point of this new system, is we'll be able to clearly see what we have now rather than it all being shoved in the baskets that we had before. Here I have this Lazy Susan, and I originally had all of our peanut butter in here, but it really messed up the color palette, which I told you guys I am focusing more into the practicality, but because it was such a small thing to store, I just decided to put it in the cabinet to the left of this pantry. But then the last thing that I have on this middle shelf to the left is just kind of my stack. So I have these chocolates as well as some Pringles. And then on this bottom shelf, first I have this one basket, which is mainly for more miscellaneous snacks. Like I have bacon bits right here because I wouldn't really put that in a separate container. Just kind of have all of that type of stuff right in here. And then this bowl that I currently have some apples in, but my idea is to have fruit here at all times. So it reminds me every time I open the door to grab for that instead of the desserts, which is right to the left over here. And I just have different little treats in here. I can just kind of switch it out with whatever I'm into at that moment, but this basket is completely dedicated to treats, and then this little jar right here just has all of our dog treats in it. But then finally on this floor area here, we have this large canister type thing that stores all of our water bottles to replenish the stock we have in our fridge, and then this large container that stores all of our dog's food.
Alright guys, well, that will be it for today's video. I'm sure, as you can tell by my appearance right now, it has been a very long day, but I'm really excited about this space and how it turned out, and I hope you guys are too. If you did find this video motivating, or maybe even picked up a few tips, or overall you just liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out with the algorithm of this video, as well as please hit that red subscribe button with the notification bell so you do not miss out on more upcoming videos from me just like this. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next week.
We'd get so high, higher up than heaven. You said we'd reach the stars. But look at us now.